onset of winters. Are you still snuggling in your blankets? I couldn't. Had to wake up and catch up for a critical meeting. For the ones who thought all I do is make videos, I also work for a change. But this morning was totally unexpected. I was shocked. I was woken up by a phone buzzing into my ears on a Sunday morning, and on the other end was a voice full of agony and pain, fear and trauma, seeking an urgent appointment for her son. Her son, 5 years old, who was abused by the neighbor. As I sipped the morning coffee, skimming through the Sunday newspaper, what left me startled was another story where a young man brutally killed his wife because he was fed up with her. And then my eyes caught the image of the dancer who entertains people at weddings for a living but was repaid with a bullet in her head. After this brief morning escapade, I dragged myself to get ready and get going, only to hear an unrest in the house due to water scarcity, something every Delhiite has learned to cope with. Few minutes down the road, at the very first traffic signal, I see this child wearing tattered clothes, big black painted moustache, jiggling his body, hoping someone will lower the window pane and hurl a crunchy note, only to be reminded of the alarming rate of children and women who get trafficked each day, trafficked for slavery, for sex trade, for organ transplant, etc., etc. Just as I glanced at my GPS, I was brought back to reality. The huge red line on the map just reminding me humbly that I will be delayed by 20 minutes. I frantically begin to look for a cut, a turn, an alternate route, but for now, I just seem to be stuck. Cars stuck everywhere, but tempers constantly rising. And across the road, I see loads of people stuck in another line. Yes, you guessed it right. Obviously, outside the ATM, pushing and shoving each other, living the Darwin's theory, survival of the fittest, saying their prayers that today they don't have to go back cashless. While I'm wondering why haven't the cars moved an inch and the estimated time to reach has just gone up, FM politely informs to avoid this road as there is restricted movement on this main Delhi crossing due to VIP movement. Phew, VIPs. And immediately I'm reminded of my Aam Aadmi status. And with little choice left and wondering if I will be able to make it to this critical meeting, I am just left shocked and startled, angered and pained. I know nothing that happened was new. These are realities of Mango people. But are you wondering why was I shocked? Yes, because just yesterday we all were celebrating the International Human Rights Day. But today I realized the only thing that had changed since yesterday was people's Facebook status. It's only words, and words are all I have. This world has lost its glory, and if we want to start a brand new story, then we will have to go beyond words. Today, we are being compelled to go beyond words, beyond posts and messages, beyond just sharing and liking. Big or small, human rights are for all. These human rights are not a privilege, but something we were born with. They were granted by the Creator. They are every human being's entitlement by virtue of humanity. But as Martin Luther King reminds us, our lives begin to end the day we become silent about things that matter. And we all have chosen to remain silent. We have numbed ourselves. It's easier to celebrate these days, but much harder to bring them to a reality. This year's slogan is Stand Up for Someone's Rights Today, which reminds us of the simple message, Tol Dharam Daya Ka Poot, which means Dharam, righteousness, justice can only come from compassion. While UN began to talk about human rights only 68 years ago, 1675 saw the epitome of living for human rights. For everyone who's ever been to Chandni Chowk in Delhi, couldn't have missed the sight of Gurudwara Sees Gੰਜ Sahib that commemorates the Shahidi of Guru Tegh Bahadur Sahib. Guru Sahib, the ninth Jodh of Guru Nanak, were approached by the Kashmiri Brahmins who were threatened and oppressed by the Mughal king. They were ordered to convert to Islam or choose death. The Guru exemplified by standing up for the oppressed, for which they even get arrested by the Mughals. Even they are asked to convert to Islam or prove that they are a godly person by showing some miracles. Guru Sahib's reply shakes the nerves of the Mughals. It is an individual's right to choose the religion he wants to follow. Showing miracles is against the will of God and laws of nature. I don't fear death, and I am prepared to die. While protecting the fundamental human rights, they choose to be beheaded rather than watch as a spectator, making unparalleled history. Injustice anywhere is a threat to justice everywhere. Guru Sahib, through their Shahidi, gave us a lesson. We can no longer be spectators. We will need to act. It's about time that you realize that I am you and you are me. That we are intertwined and connected in humanity. Whether from east or west, let's be reminded, we share this planet. It's not just a spherical piece of land, but it's your heart, a place of sharing, of compassion, of harmony, of coexistence and tolerance. A place where there aren't rights of just privileged and powerful, but universal rights of all human beings. Where higher consciousness rules and love is the law. Yes, we are bold enough to imagine and brave enough to act. Even if I can't change the world in one night, I can at the very least stop violating rights of others at my end. Charlie Chaplin, the funny guy, gave us a serious thought. Greed has poisoned our souls. We think too much and feel too little. Rekindle the empathy and compassion that we were born with. Just as all babies in the nursery will cry, hearing one of them cry, let's rekindle this flame. Imagine the impact you could have by reaching to one heart or one soul a day. And that will be truly living the human rights way, not just today. I might have missed my meeting, but I hope we don't miss the flight to humanity. Stay in bliss while spreading bliss. Bye-bye.